Ah oui, faut que j'aille là-bas.
Got it. Inside voices.
Je suis trompé en plus, j'ai pas changé d'arme correctement.
Ça va bien.
C'est Zuki, ça va et toi? Une espèce de rat bizarre là-dedans. Bon, y a rien. Ah bah oui, mon vaisseau.
You and I got nothing on this thing.
Bah je pourrais te tuer mais... Ah, attends. Merde. Alors quoi, là quoi, peut avoir quoi? Bonnie le soutien. Allez. Là j'ai une compte. Attends. Tiens. Ça. Bon, tant pis, allez. On fait comme ça. Attends, c'est fini ça. Alors, il y a un souci? Non. Quoi? Ah si. 21h combien? 21. On va dire ça. Alors là, est-ce que j'ai pas d'autres cartes? J'ai pas d'autres... Ah, il faut que j'aille au resto. Alors, public. Hop. Bon, il semble que. 5 minutes. Ok, ça a l'air d'être bon. Je fais ce rituel plus tard. C'est quoi qu'il y a dedans? Alors c'est là-bas, c'est tout là-bas. Pourquoi je suis pas passé par là? C'est plus simple. Attends, mais je peux me TP, ça se trouve. Ah si, je peux. C'est légal. Déplacement rapide. Je peux pas? Merde. Voyage rapide impossible lorsque vous êtes possédé d'un ennemi. Ok. C'est plus rapide comme ça.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive mark? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power. That don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back in my post.
Ok, tu te barres. Alors, un éditeur, sans bonne année, rien pour empêcher. Longtemps.
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but... Mister, I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But... Can I go with you? I could tend your engine. I know my G-valves from my... And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now.
Moi, Captain.
I got a captain.
Bon, tant mieux.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Pourquoi faire? Je t'ai pas invité, toi?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Something vexing you, Captain? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early. My parents, ironically, they internalized the precepts of scientism.
Ok, c'est pas me faire chier avec ça.
They thought the plan is not...
C'est pas intéressant.
I'll run headlong. What about you? And how did he... Well, that's...
Bon, allez. Je peux faire ça, monsieur.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Ben, de rien, écoute.
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Merde, pourquoi j'ai pris de... N'importe quoi. De la boisson, ça sert à rien. Et un trophée, un. En plus c'est marqué voyage, voyage. Voyage, voyage. Oh.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Bon, on est parti. Bonne question.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Alors, je peux voyager depuis votre vaisseau.
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud.
Alors
I'm
attends,
sure it will prove
pour
remarkably useful to
parler
you.
avec
You'll
le
find
tif,
it in the
je pourrais
captain's
une chose.
quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Attends. Je suis... Labo, typhon. Yeah. Ah, j'étais sur Terra 2. Ah, ok.
We've arrived at the ground curtain.
Can we talk?
Bon, bah, ça suffira. Hein. Ah, c'est ça, je veux voir. J'ai 2 chevaux. Je peux prendre mieux, tiens. Ou les deux.
Hey, Cap, can we talk?
Du coup, il y a des armes. Ah oui.
Just checking your ship, Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd...
That's not the point. This hack would just... Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to crunch it through your teeth.
Du calme, laissez-vous parler. Laissez-moi parler.
Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
On vole rien. J'ai rien volé, moi. Bah, je sais pas qui c'est qui l'a volé, mais c'est pas moi. Hein. Trop de monde.
We move cargo 6 hours a day.
Customs inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not... Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, 2 biggest stops. Most of those jobs... Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. It's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided... Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from that, it seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a... They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your... They strip the parts from derelict ship. They're on the... All right. He's friendly. Not that he... Really?
Ouais, je passe ça parce que ça part. Mon Dieu.
Yeah. What can I say? All the folks are... There's no ground. It's a... They got... You push...
The board.
It's a tough... Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Bon.
Huh? I picked up this weird signal the other day.
Here
Non. Allez, vas-y. À peine rentré, quoi.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a waste of hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, hi.
Got a sec?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Move along.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Move along.
Carry on.
Move along.
Mechanicals all over. Gonna head to Vera's.
Just pass them through. Got one more hour.
That last snow was a mistake.
I try and keep the place clean.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corps pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. If you're in, but I... What ain't I got?
Need directions? Try anything. Groundbreaker's a bit of a thing.
Just keep coming around.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the... Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Fine. Chief Tennyson. Our local garbage collectors. She...
Bon, attends. Pas grand-chose, hein. Je sais pas quoi.
I'm sorry about... Oh. Heard of it?
If you did...
And if you...
Have a look.
I know she's in there, Mpuru. Get strange calms. You can't get me out of there. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mpuru? We could... Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed. Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Ah, ok. Mais le problème, c'est que...
What's that noise?
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
Scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. All right, okay, we can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I overworked a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Can we talk?
Great work.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she...
I got a...
Hello? Someone there? Help! I'm locked in here! Can you get me out?
Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a... You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker. Thanks again. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. What usually... Well, actually two things. You're gonna shake me? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough? I will. Here we go.
Never anger a man of the cloth!
Évidemment.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
The outer system's drought lately? Go back to the...
Faut que je fasse ça. Parce que l'autre, faut que je... Là, je crois que c'est...
Plated bastards.
Donc ça, faut que je retourne...
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. What? All right, I suppose. How might I assuage your fears? Whom else would I work for? Those sublight thugs? That Tennyson woman? The board is the only... That's a curious question. I can't say I've ever considered how... Permit... Here I have a measure... I understand. And I would ask the same of you, but I suspect... Well, I suspect I'd find your answers less than satisfactory, wouldn't I? Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior! An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh no, oh no. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money. Quickly, for reasons. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
Stray too much from the straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? No. That's the long and short of it, yes. I'll be waiting. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest.
Good Lord. No. Emphatically no. Best to be clear,
I'm the sort of... I have...
Chief deployed.
There... Precisely. Please. A luxury stay. Oh, as this...
Ask... Could I have a word with you, Captain?
Quer tudo? Ai. Du coup. Alors.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made to stay aligned with the plan. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie.
The good news came through.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment.
If you're looking for a medic,
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to,
I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway.
and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
compétences. Et on va mettre... Alors, c'est une cale. Bah non, je suis obligé de prendre le vaisseau. Ah putain. Il est là-dedans.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? You got a good heart, wanting to do this for him. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please. And I'll pay, I swear. The man's been messaging me 4 or 5 times a day. How's a woman supposed to read her new missives when her incoming folder's all cluttered? If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Black. Might want to acquaint yourself with June. You'll find her. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be
Désir de rôle?
interested in.
Eh ben,
Yes, dearie? Take that dog. Shouldn't. Yes. You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're... Pick your poison. Marauders, wild... Landing pad, but it might be... Suit your... What do you... Ground... The board... They've all... But...
Ça, je te coupe.
Go.
So that's...
Some... I... That's...
J'en ai marre.
It's almost... I've got a lovely...
We interrupt your regularly scheduled admin.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local ward embassy.
Hot or new?
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. No, it isn't. It's a mess. Just so we understand. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. So what brings you to ground? Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly... We see Dr. Fenhill. I'm trying to live a more... I already knew it'd be easier to teach an automac heart surgery than to change your...
Groundbreaker's a small town in a big ship, and anyone...
We don't see a lot of competent surgeons on Groundbreaker. Dr. Fenhill is my on-again, off-again freelancer.
I don't like to put a label on things. Let's keep it casual.
If you ever decide to settle down, there's a home for you on Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker... Reasonable, huh? That's according to my grandmother's old schematics. Hold on. The ship's frustrating. You've got my attention.
Mimic Red, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with... Not another...
Incoming!
Mais en fait, je pensais pas que c'était dehors la loi, moi là. Oh, je suis arrivé comme ça. N'importe quoi. Je suis fatigué.
You got a minute?
Bon, on se regarde là, c'est pas grave. Allez, on arrête là.